Hello and welcome to Movie Buff's real-time trailer reactions. I'm your host, Shani B. You can find me on all the socials at It's Me, Shani B.
And I'm your other host, Cisco from Misfit Minded. You can follow me on all the socials at misfit_minded and my website, misfitminded.com. Today we're reviewing and reacting to the first official trailer for the new Marvel movie, Thunderbolts. Not the Avengers this time.
Right.
We got like
That's right.
we're down to the C tier now a little bit, but
That's right.
but
But
we'll see. We'll see. We're going in hopeful. We got Florence Pugh here, Lewis Pullman, David Harbour, and directed by Jake Schreier. So we got it queued up. Let's take a look, and we'll see if our feelings change after.
we'll see how it goes. All right.
I click leave on porch. Your subordinates
Yeah, that accent.
will be reported to DoorDash HQ.
Alexi, it's me. Open up.
Milena?
All the Russian accents.
They're so good at them.
Milena!
Hi, Dad.
Sorry about the wait. Was on important.
I just love
call,
Florence
highly
Pugh.
classified.
Me too.
Lot of work. Many irons in
David
the
Harbour
fire.
too.
Oh,
You feel
absolutely.
fulfilled?
Oh, yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, so full. So filled. But why do you ask this? What brings you here?
I love her hair in this.
Dude, she is very cool in the
Yeah.
Marvel Universe.
There is something.
He was the best
wrong
part of
with
Hawkeye,
me.
the show.
Yeah,
An emptiness.
and she's so good in Black Widow.
Did you hear the song?
Drifting.
Where's
know
my
it.
mind?
We
Fight Club,
know
come on.
I thought throwing myself into work was the answer.
Another place is blowing up.
Wet work.
Oh, that's right. What's his face?
Okay.
Wyatt.
He's the bad guy from Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Falcon. That's right.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Oh no.
Who are you?
I'm
Oh, a
Bob.
ghost from Ant-Man. Damn.
Yep.
Sent you, Bob.
Nobody. You were all sent?
Lewis Pullman.
I love Lewis Pullman too.
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Robbing government labs. Contract kills.
Yeah, so.
So, someone wants us gone.
Nepo Babies the movie.
Yes.
What?
Totally. Yes, the clean cut Suicide Squad over here.
Oh, yes.
That there are good guys.
I love her too, being kind of the Shield rep now, who's like, you
What's the
know,
plan?
questionable.
This could get messy.
Nice.
But eventually, you come to realize that there are bad guys. And there are worse guys. And nothing else.
Exactly.
Look at you.
Julia Louise.
So adorable.
Yes, both of them. Oh, a little asterisk.
Asterisk?
Okay. Yep.
It's bulletproof-ish! Is that Bucky?
It's cool. We got Bucky, so we're good.
That's not good.
Oh, no, it isn't.
Oh,
All right.
Wow.
All right. Here we go. Okay, give me your takes. What do you think of this trailer? How you feel about it?
I don't know. I got mixed emotions on this one.
It's got some bits and pieces.
Yeah, I mean, Marvel's in a weird state right now. I don't know what to do with it, if I'm being honest. Like, it's just post Endgame. I haven't been keeping up with the shows. Like, you know,
Very hard.
Agatha is on right now, and I'm not even on that. You know, it's like
I want to,
too
but it's a
much.
lot of
It's
work.
too much.
Yes,
I
it's
know,
so much work.
It's homework. And so, and even we reviewed Deadpool and Wolverine, and I wasn't crazy about that one. So it's just like I don't know what it's gonna take for me to be invested in this stuff again.
Yeah.
But this definitely is like what we said at the top, like feels like C tier team up, you know, happening. And so
Yeah,
it's like my excitement is like, okay, some of the action looks cool. You know what? Some of these actors are people that I like, you know.
absolutely.
Um, but at the end of the day, it's just like all these like swings that they're like Bucky being evil again. It's like, haven't we seen that like 5 times already in this
I don't want it.
MCU at this
Yeah,
point?
I
Yeah,
don't
like
want it.
no, thank you. And then Julia Louis-Dreyfus, I do want that. I will say, like, they
Same.
keep teasing her. This is like the Anna de Armas combo, where it's like she
Yes.
just pops up in some Marvel thing, you know, and has 1 or 2 lines, and it's like, give me more, like,
I
she's a
want
good
all of it.
actress.
Yes.
Let's give her some time.
Please.
So hopefully, I mean, she's only in like one scene in the trailer. Maybe I'm biting, like shooting
Could
myself in
literally
the
be
foot.
the one scene she's in the film. Right. That's
What are
possible
they
here.
setting her up for? Isn't she supposed to be like one of the like leading villain ladies? I don't know.
I'm
I
not
don't know
sure.
what's going
I
on
haven't done
anymore.
my
That's my
homework.
that's my problem. I just don't know what's going on. I know a few of these, like we're reacting, you know, Ghost, and I don't even know the guy's name, but like he was in Falcon and Winter Soldier. That's the Wyatt Russell.
Yeah,
Um,
the Captain America sort of like stand-in that wasn't really
That's
Captain
like
America or
that
whatever.
didn't turn bad, but he like snapped. He had a moment where he snapped, and like so
Right.
they had that line where it's like we've all done bad things before, or whatever. Yelena
Yeah.
that. So I don't know. It's just like, can they stand? It feels so like telling to me too that it's like because they don't have a new Captain America or Thor, like someone strong enough to lead their own movie, that this is
Right.
why they're bringing together like 5 of these people.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like,
they're trying to pull
maybe
it.
people
Mhm.
will see it if we do an Avengers thing, and it's like I don't even know if that's enough because you know, are people even gonna know who the Wyatt Russell character is if they hadn't seen Falcon Winter Soldier? You know, like
Exactly.
it's
Yep.
it's too
Yep.
much. It's too much. And like Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp. How long ago was that? You
A
know, it's
while
like
ago, and it also like wasn't the most successful one of the Ant-Man franchise.
neither
Like
was
it's
Black
not
Widow. Was not the most successful one, which is where we get
right.
Yelena, and then she pops up again in Hawkeye for like a little bit. But
Right.
like,
She's
you
so good
know,
in Hawkeye, yeah.
yeah, she's amazing. Like worth watching just for that. But honestly, everything else was like so boring in that
Well,
show.
that's the thing too, is that like because they pulled us into a show space, they really slowed down their storytelling. They stretched it out in
Yeah,
a way that like doesn't keep me as invested as I think I used to be when I would see the films because they were like having to fill so, do so much in such a short amount of time. And then they started like slowing it down and taking their time. And I don't know that they can
yeah.
really like get back into that same thing. Like we gave them 10 years of seeing every single superhero movie they made. I don't think we can give them 20, you know?
Hmm.
Just too much to
Yeah.
ask.
Especially when it's like there's only so much room you can go for in a superhero story, you know,
Right.
that the Marvel template is built on, you know, where it's like you're either gonna bring old characters back, which they've done several times already. I mean, even
Yep.
with Wolverine,
Yep.
or they're gonna try something new-ish, like it looks like with this one, but I don't know. It looks
It's like
very
we
bland and like don't get me started on the "Where Is My Mind" song too, because
I'm not really sure why that's here. Like to your point when we did the ballerina when we were doing ballerina like talking about the music that they use in a
yeah,
trailer like it really matters and this is a weird choice. I don't understand this
it's just
choice.
a trend that needs to go away. Like, I'm so sick of it.
Yeah, it can't be a
Breathy,
trend.
airy pop song cover, you know, or like rock song cover,
Right.
to make it more dramatic and eerie and, "Ooh, what's this?" And it's like,
Yes.
you know, "Where is my mind?" It's like, what are we doing here, you know?
Right.
Fight
How
Club
does it
did this
apply?
25 years ago.
Yes. Again, it has to be a choice. It has to like make sense. It can't just
Yeah.
be like this is cool or whatever.
Yeah, I just yeah, I wasn't crazy about that choice either.
No. Yeah,
So
I
I
can't
don't
really
know.
figure it out. Like I think when we're watching a trailer, it's like we don't want the whole story for sure, but we want to have enough seeds planted to be like, I think this is what the story could be, and that's exciting to me. And I can't really Like the idea
I
that
don't know
like,
what
oh,
the
we want to
story is. Like, do you
exactly.
know? After seeing this, I have no clue what this plot is.
Exactly, exactly. Like maybe it's about trying to get rid of the, the bad choices they made by bringing the wrong people into Shield, but it's sort of like that's not really fair either because Shield
Yeah.
has
Which
had
is
its own
what
series.
the Suicide Squad did really well. The
Right.
James Gunn one, at least.
Yes.
So that is like a template that they could go for. But my whole thing with Marvel is like, when they never go there. They never go fully bad. So
No.
because it feels toothless when they join the heroes. Which
Yeah.
happens in Fast and Furious too. It's one of my problems with
That's true. It's
that
softened
too,
there as well. Yeah.
where it's like, oh, I know this bad guy is probably just going to join at the end of
Join
this
up.
movie now.
Right.
Which made Jason Momoa going full apeshit in X really exciting, for
Fantastic.
the first
Truly
time.
fantastic. Yes.
So
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, they need like some, that's why Loki was so effective in those early movies. Like you need some villain, something to
Who's a
raise the
real
stakes,
villain. Mm-hmm.
even though he joins later. There's still a lot of those early. He's the villain in Avengers, the first one,
That's
and
right.
like he sets off everything in motion again and again. And he's
Yes.
more of a trickster than an all-out villain, but then that sets up Thanos, like the ultimate villain that the
Yes.
MCU had.
Yes.
So I know they pushed in a lot of their chips on Jonathan Majors, and like that, I sympathize with them. Like they've had a lot of real world
His
events
stuff
kind of
break down.
affect their storytelling, because they
Right.
have that, and then they also had Chadwick Boseman dying, which he could have been a main guy in this phase, with Wakanda Forever.
That's
That
right.
was supposed to be his continuation of that story, and so I empathize with their
Totally.
situation. But if we're just judging this trailer, and if we're gonna see this in the theaters or wait, I gotta say this is not. I'm not gonna rush out and see this in theaters. I have to say
Same.
this definitely feels like it's gonna be on Disney Plus within like 6 months, and I'll probably catch it on there. Maybe, I
Same.
don't know.
Yeah, I don't know that I feel like I'm gonna wait to hear what the reviews say. I'm
Yeah.
gonna kind of wait to hear just because it does feel like one of those things where like it just feels too much like homework. Like I can get in the
Mhm.
mood for a Marvel movie every once in a while, and then I'm sort of like, all right, I'll pop it on, I'll watch it.
Where it's like, yeah,
But
what are their powers? Who's the bad guy? It's like there's these
right.
very easy questions where like we were kind of, even if we didn't get the answers in the other two trailers, we were able to like kind of make our own assumptions as viewers, which is what
Yes.
a good trailer is supposed to do. And this one
Yeah,
was
to
the
get you
one that's
jazzed.
like, we don't know. We
Meh.
don't know, and I don't really care either.
Yeah. It felt kind
It's
of like,
like,
how like when we are covering movies too and we're talking about sort of like how it's just paint by numbers, it's just straightforward. Even this
mhm,
trailer was like very paint by numbers, like just going to show a
yeah,
couple of things here, not really giving you anything. And I don't know, it just doesn't like it almost feels like it might not even be that good, which I
no.
hate to say, but it just doesn't look like, oh, this is going to be the one that makes me be like, yeah, Marvel's back,
Yeah. And
I
they
just
can't even like their other project, they can't even get Blade off the ground, which I don't understand. You got Mahershala Ali as Blade, and somehow
yes, Mia
it should just
Goth was
be
supposed to
ma-
be there for a little while. What
it
the
feels
hell, you
like they're
guys?
just complicating it. It's like, how hard is it? R-rated vampire movie with
Just do
Mahershala
it.
Ali.
Yeah,
What is
you've
so hard
somehow
about
gotten
that?
past, right? You've somehow figured out how to market rated R movies to children legally. Just go with it.
Yeah.
You figured it
Um
out.
Real quick before, I just want to get your thoughts. We're talking about like the superhero R-rated thing right now. I think it's perfect. Well, have you heard the reactions of Joker 2 that have come out?
I have started to see some, and I am getting excited because
What's your reaction on that? Because it has not been good. I think last time I checked, it's got a 40% ish with critics and audiences, which is really rare that they agree. Even more rare that they agree negatively.
right.
Which is what's fascinating to me, because it's usually fans being like, "Oh, critics are just being too snobby," or critics being like, "Oh, the fans don't know what a
What they're
good
talking
movie
about.
is,"
Yeah.
like. So it's really surprised. I'm really surprised at the reaction. I don't know, like, what do you make of
I
it?
I feel like I had been feeling for a while that I was really nervous about, the big swing of trying to kind of make it
Yes.
into a sort of musical. Like when
Well,
I first heard that,
they seemed kind of nervous because if you watch the trailers for this thing, you would not know it's a musical.
yes, which I
Honestly.
don't love. I don't
I
love when
don't
you
like
set
it
an
either.
audience up
Yeah.
to not know that they're going into a musical because I do love movie musicals. Like I am a
Yeah.
person who loves musical theater, so like I'm about that life. I hate when they hide it and then everyone is angry, and so I
They
do
did the
feel
same thing
like
with
I'm
Mean Girls,
nervous.
the new Mean Girls too.
Which is so good.
Um,
I
yeah,
love the Mean Girls musical, and the movie version is such a great
yeah.
adaptation. I don't know why they hit it.
Yeah, the
Um,
musical thing, I'm not a huge musical person, I've probably said before, but, like, I was excited on the fact because I'm always complaining about superhero movies have become so samey
mm,
that I'm like, "At least it'll be something fresh, and
yes,
different,"
yes.
and, I don't know, everyone I've heard has been like, the movie is, like, very angrily, going against people who even like the first Joker or something, like,
Oh
I don't
man,
know, it's, like, I'm not even crazy about the first Joker either, which is
I
interesting,
definitely like the first one.
so I'm curious if I'm even going like, maybe I will like Joker 2 because it has something that, was missing for me in the first Joker because I just thought the first Joker was just Taxi Driver and King of Comedy, and,
It
like,
really was
we
Taxi
have those
Driver.
movies already, so why do I
Yeah,
need a new one with Batman and the Joker in it? I just didn't, and
that's a very good comp. It
directed by
truly is
Todd
Taxi
Phillips,
Driver. Yeah.
it's very strange, so I'm probably not gonna see it in theater, but if you do, definitely let me
I do
know
have
because
some
I'm very
plans to see
curious,
it in the theater, so I will absolument let you
and
know
I
what's
love Lady
up.
Gaga,
Um, yeah,
you know?
same. Yeah, so I'm interested. The headlines that have been standing out to me is like, is the Joker bad on purpose? And so I saw that and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, uh-oh, I don't know. And then I've seen like a lot of people in the dodgeball community, because I'm a dodgeballer,
Oh,
making jokes
snap.
about how like Lady Gaga's music videos are arguably more entertaining.
Better.
So
I can
I was
believe
like,
that, honestly.
shit, I don't know what to make of
Between
that.
that and Megalopolis, I'm kind of like, man,
It's a weird Oscar
it's
season.
it's a harsh time right now at the movies, I
Yeah.
don't
Well,
know.
it's a weird kind of Oscar season because you know how like we listen to the big picture, so Sean and Amanda are always
Yeah,
talking about how are you going to get people to watch the Oscars, and it's
yeah.
like, well, if you have movies like Joker or Megalopolis and the
But it's
general audience
even
can get
I don't think
in,
it's gonna do as financially, it's not doing as well as
I
even
don't
the
think
because the
so.
first one was one of the highest grossing
Huge
R-rated
earners.
movies
Yep.
ever.
Yep.
So,
I don't know
I
what's
don't
gonna
know. I don't know
happen.
what to make of it. It's very strange.
We will see. Yeah, I will. As soon as I see it, you will be the first person that I shoot some text to
Definitely.
tell you my takes. And
Please.
if you catch it, do the same for me too. But this is an interesting. It's interesting. This season has been weird. Especially because the Oscar. This is usually when like the best movies of the year are coming out. So it
True.
is weird to think of.
Oscar-y season, yeah.
Exactly, exactly. I will say real quick, if you
Yeah.
get the chance to see My Old Ass, the Aubrey Plaza movie,
Mhm.
you should watch it. It was
You
so good.
love you love Aubrey Plaza. I think my brother actually
It was
went to
so
see
good.
that, so I'll have to ask him about what he thought of it.
I was expecting
Yeah,
it to be kind of like a dry indie, like, maybe
yeah,
even boring movie. And I left being like, oh man, that was so great. That was so
yeah.
sweet, so good. So if you get the chance, that's when
I
I
do
would
wanna
shout
see
it to the rooftops.
Megalopolis, which also has, Aubrey Plaza in it, and
Yeah, she's blowing up right now. It's a huge
uh,
year.
and that's just fascinating that the movie took 40 years to make, and everyone seems to be hating it, and I just kind of like again, it's with the Joker 2 thing where it's like, I wanna be that one person that's like, "Hmm, maybe this is good though." Like,
I have been hearing.
maybe it's for me, maybe I'm the one
Yes.
person it's for. Like, that's
I was gonna say I have
yeah.
been hearing from people who like movies that they really liked it. So
I've
it's
seen a few.
probably
I've seen a few critics that have
yeah.
gone to bat for it, but
It's
not a lot.
probably
Not a
better
lot.
than yeah, some people are treating it, and
Some
then
people have
I
been calling it like The Room, which I'm like, "Whoa," from
yeah,
Francis
that
Ford
is a
Coppola?
crazy comp to throw at it.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I definitely gotta see that too. Did you see The Substance?
I haven't seen that yet. I heard
It's
that's really good
fucking
though.
wild. That's
Yeah.
my number one pick I'm riding for. Everybody needs to see The
No, I've
Substance.
heard that's like the best horror movie this year, so I've
It's
kind of
next
been
level.
underwhelmed with horror this year, so I'm ready
Same.
to get my world rocked.
Yes,
So
and you absolutely will.
yeah,
Oh man, yeah. As what's funny about this discussion is we watched a trailer for movies we don't necessarily,
and we
for
didn't
a
even
movie we
end
didn't
up
even care
talking
about.
about it.
Exactly. We talked about other movies we want to see. So that says something,
It
we'll see what it
inspired this
says.
discussion, I guess. That's the silver lining,
Yeah, yeah. You can't stop the buffs from wanting to talk about movies,
No,
even if you give us
never.
a bad trailer. So yeah. All right. I think that wraps it up for us. Thank you for joining us for Movie Buff's real-time trailer reaction to Thunderbolts. Let's remind the people where they can find us.
So you never miss a rep. Follow the Buffs on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube at We Stay Buff, and on Twitch at The Buffs. You can follow me on all the socials at Misfit_Minded and my website, misfitminded.com.
Take us on a ride and subscribe to the podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And please leave a positive review. 5 stars is our dream. And you can follow me personally on all the socials at It's Me, Shani B. All right. Thank you for joining us. We hope to catch you next time on another edition of Movie Buff's real-time trailer reactions. Until then, stay buff.